Hey guys, and welcome to Saturday. It's snowing again, which is unfortunate because Giselle is at work and now she's going to have to come home from work in the snow. I'm hoping it doesn't snow too much in between now and when she has to come home. She'll be home in a few hours. And I've seen things that said we're going to get a lot of snow, but then I've also seen like on the weather.com website it says like we're not going to get that much snow at all, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure she'll be fine. But last night, Giselle was going to sleep, and I was going to publish some vlogs before I went to sleep, the ones leading up to New Year's Eve. But I was waiting for this thing to export first so I could actually do it all, and then I ended up going in there, and we were talking for a bit before she went to sleep, and we actually both ended up falling asleep right away, and so I didn't end up getting to post stuff. And now, I still think I might just post the rest of the vlogs like later tonight. I need to do some booktube stuff today though, so I'm gonna do that. And today, Giselle and I really need to clean up our apartment quite a bit, and I would like to sit down and like just read for a few hours. So I think what I might do is just go ahead and start working on my booktube stuff, try to get it out of the way, and then clean for a bit because dishes are starting to stack up here again, which is never pleasant. And then I'll wait for her to come home. Maybe we'll pick up stuff a little bit more, and I'm sure she'll want to rest for a little bit, and I'm just going to read. I'm going to read a lot today. I feel like I want to read a lot today because I'm kind of behind on my reading because I've been focusing on the vlog when I get home and editing vlogs and booktube videos and stuff and working on booktube videos, so I haven't been reading quite as much at home. But anyway, we're caught up. I hope you're as excited about it as I am, because it makes me feel pretty gosh dang giddy. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna push harder than I ever have to start a very rigorous, strict schedule for myself on Monday. That includes everything that I've ever talked about with scheduling myself, so I don't need to go over it again, because I've gone over it many times before, and I've never been able to stick with it because I always get thrown off by stuff. But being caught up, we're going to see how forcing myself to be rigorous about this and disciplined as much as I possibly can be actually works out. And hopefully it works out well. Okay, so many hours later, and earlier I talked about how it was snowing outside, and I hoped Giselle would be okay driving in the snow, and she was. She went to the grocery store. It was just very nice because I was thinking we would have to go later on, but it was supposed to snow all day long actually, and it kind of did. It's been snowing ever since it started snowing earlier. She was at work when it started snowing, and it's been snowing ever since, and she went to the grocery store and picked up lots of groceries for us. I really appreciate that. Thank you. But something happened.
I locked my keys in the car. I locked myself out of my car. And I was so mad, and it was so cold, and my shoes were so wet from all the melted snow on them, and it was miserable. So Chris had to take an Uber to go.
No, it was a Lyft.
Oh.
Lyft. It was a Lyft. I decided to go with Lyft instead, which I'm glad.
Lyft better than Uber too.
I'm glad. I looked up on Lyft. I was really positive there would be no one around. So she called me and was like, "Chris, I locked myself out of the car. I'm going to go wait in the grocery store." And I was like, okay, I'll get myself there somehow. So I looked on Lyft and tried to see if anyone was near us.
Oh, and this was as I was putting the groceries into the car. Like, I'd already done all the shopping. Everything was all set to go. And as I'm trying to leave, so it's like I just literally sat inside the grocery store. I sat in the makeup section because I was cold and tired. And I just sat in the makeup section waiting for Christopher to come.
Nice. I looked on the Lyft app thing, and I was really positive there'd be no one around because we live in like I mean, it's a city, but it's like a townish kind of city, and I wasn't sure if anyone would be around here normally, and especially during a snowstorm where it was starting to get really bad. And this one guy, luckily, had just dropped someone off down the street, and he was able to come very quickly. He came within less than 2 minutes. He was only 2 minutes away, and I got him real quick, and he was really nice. He had a very heavy Boston accent, which was fun, and he was a very nice guy, and we struggled to get to the grocery store, which is like right near where the two of us work, and it's like right next to my work. I had a Lyft driver take us take us both there, and which is good because he was thinking about calling it quits for the day, and I got him closer to home. So that was nice. He was like, "Oh, I'm closer to home now, so I think I'm just going to go home after this." And I was just really glad that we got someone before that happened. And it was kind of a difficult drive because he did not have 4-wheel drive, and like I said, it was just getting worse and worse. And so we got stuck a few times, and he had to like kind of back up and like go as fast as he possibly can up like this one hill to get onto this one road. And yeah, everyone was driving kind of sporadically and very slowly, and which was good. I mean, we were driving really slowly too, so it took a little while to get there. But we got there, and we got the car, and I got her, and we drove back. But it was okay. It was quite a day. It's been quite a day. It's not been such a great snow day.
So me basically going to the grocery store was pointless because
I ended up having to go anyway.
Yeah, it was so stupid. The last time I went to the grocery store, I don't know if we told the story last week when it happened. Last week I went to the grocery store, also on Saturday, also after work, and I ended up getting like super lost coming home. Like I forgot to like stop at the store, so I was like, oh, I'll just go to the one closer to the house, and it took me this really weird way, and it took me like half an hour to get there, even though it really should have only taken me like 20 minutes at tops. And then I forgot some of the stuff we needed, and then just like a sequence of unfortunate events happened, and I just like came home and had a meltdown, and I was like, this is the worst day ever.
And she forgot a few things like sauerkraut, so that's, like I said last weekend, I said it on New Year's Day that I went down and got sauerkraut from the closer grocery store because she couldn't find it at the other store.
And the reason he had to is because I failed. So apparently, I'm not allowed to do the grocery shopping anymore because whenever I do it, something horrible happens, and a lot of like really bad things happened like last week too, and it was just like a mess and horrendous. But on a brighter note, I bought washi tape.
They're very sparkly.
It's so shimmery. It almost like matches my notebooks. It does match my notebook. Look at it. Remember my notebooks? Look at it. It matches so well.
It does.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I dropped the silver one. Ta-da! It like blends right in. That's so cool. They're so shimmery. So that was very exciting for me that I got washi tape, and I actually really like them a lot, and they're pretty sticky, and I've been like adding stuff to my bullet journal. Like I added in like a series tracker, like my 2-to-1 thing where for every 2 sequels I read, I can read one start of the series and stuff, and I figured out how I wanted to do that, and I've just been adding in different stuff, and I have like a list of things to add in, so that made the day a little bit better. But I was not happy while the things were happening, but I can look back and be like, okay, this was a very dramatic, ridiculous day. I guess it was funny, but it sucked.
Yeah, she looked like and she was waiting outside the car by the time I got there in the Lyft car, and she was just like snuggled up waiting for me to get there. So anyway, I think that's about it for today. We're both kind of exhausted from this day, honestly. It's just been one of those days where things have not seemed to go right very much, and looking at it now, looking back, like it's been a few hours since then. We both had time to process it and be fine with it again. But now it's like it's still snowing outside, and I don't know when it's going to stop, and we'll see how much it ends up snowing. But I think that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.
On a better day.